It's 5 o'clock, and you're watching the Fox 25 Morning News.
Good morning, everybody. We welcome you to a Tuesday edition of Fox 25 Morning News. I'm Mitch English.
And I'm Leslie Draffin. And it is windy out there right now, a little warmer than what we saw yesterday morning about this time.
And you're going to also probably use your windshield wiper blades just a couple of times. There's some light rain expected to pass through. Currently, it's 59. Let's get a complete look at the forecast. Here's Marcy Novak.
That rain is moving into central Oklahoma right now. Nothing too heavy, but just enough to have to make you use the windshield wipers. This is what I call the annoying kind of rain, where it's going to be enough to slow you down, but it's not very heavy. However, you're seeing that rain now from Oklahoma City to the Village and Edmond. It does look like this is going to be moving out fairly quickly, so we'll be watching for this for the next couple of hours, and then we'll be dry by midday. A little further to the south and east of Norman, actually, we're seeing some lightning and thunder there, and that is heading towards Shawnee. Some light rain to the west from Carmago to Cleo Springs, and some light showers in northern Oklahoma. Temperatures right now at 59 degrees, and it's already windy. It'll be a warm and a windy day with rain chances moving into eastern Oklahoma by this afternoon. We'll see a high today of 72. Coming up, we'll talk about that cold front arriving today and a look at your Thanksgiving forecast. That's in your 7-day forecast.
Good morning. Let's get a Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic update. Look at this map here. It is a good start to our Tuesday here. No real problems. Some construction, though, still going on the Crossroads rehab project there. Junction of 35 and 240. Right now, I-240 westbound, right at I-35, is down to one lane as they finish up some construction there related to the Crossroads project. Good news, only until 6 a.m., so for one more hour. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
Let's get to some breaking news right now. Believe it or not, 2 earthquakes have hit Cushing this morning. Just after 4 a.m., the USGS says reported. One being a 4.0 and one to be a 3.3. We've got a call from a Fox 25 viewer in Cushing who said they lost power, electricity. It was restored shortly after. If you've had any damage from those quakes, send your pictures or just a status on our Facebook page. More breaking news from overnight. This morning, police are investigating a shooting involving what they believe is a stepfather and a stepson.
Fox 25's Julie Calhoun joins us live from the Oklahoma City Police Department with the latest details on this case. Julie.
Good morning, Mitch and Leslie. Right now, the victim, who's believed to be the stepson, is in the hospital recovering. No word on his condition, but that shooting happening just after 8 o'clock Monday night near Southeast 104th and Hiawassee. We do know that one suspect is in custody. We're working to find out the name of that person arrested. Also working to find out what exactly led up to this shooting and more details on how the victim is doing. Of course, as soon as we learn all of that, we will absolutely let you know. Reporting live in downtown Oklahoma City, Julie Calhoun, Fox 25 News.
New this morning, McAllister police need your help in finding a missing woman. A silver alert has been issued for 78-year-old Nellie Wallace. She was last seen Saturday near Carl Albert Parkway in McAllister. Wallace could be driving a silver 2008 Chevy Impala. She does have dementia. If you've seen her, call police right away.
Now to an update on breaking news. At least 6 children are dead after a school bus crashed in Tennessee. Wow, that is incredible pictures right there. The bus flipped and crashed into a tree with 37 children on board. All of the students on the bus were between the kindergarten age and 5th grade. New this morning, we're getting a first look at the school bus driver, 24-year-old John Anthony Walker. He's now been charged with 5 counts of vehicular homicide, reckless endangerment, and reckless driving. One of the children who was on the bus explained what happened.
He wasn't paying attention. He was going real fast, and we had hit a garbage bag, and we had hit a mailbox, and then we flipped over and hit a tree real hard.
It may have been difficult for you to understand what that child was saying. Basically, he said that the driver wasn't paying attention. He was going real fast, hit a garbage bag, hit a mailbox, and then they flipped over, hitting that tree. Now, despite the statement, investigators have yet to determine what exactly caused the crash. This morning, we know at least 5 other children are critically injured. Counselors are being brought into their school from all across the state of Tennessee. A court date has been set for Walker for November 29th. We're told he has no criminal history.
New this morning, police in Edmond are investigating a bank robbery. It happened Monday afternoon near Northeast near East 33rd and South Boulevard. Today, the FBI is expected to release pictures of the suspect. When they do, you can count on Fox 25 to show you. Police describe him as a black male wearing a black hat and a black jacket. Anyone with information on this crime is asked to call police.
This morning, we've got your back. Oklahoma City Public Schools students will not have to change their school schedule. Monday night, the school board voted to keep the continuous learning calendar. That's the school schedule they have right now that starts early in the year, has shorter summer breaks, but a few other breaks over the year. The board heard other options, saying the district has used this calendar for 5 years and they haven't seen the results they thought they would. But Superintendent Aurora Laura says administrators will come up with a new plan to get this program working like it was supposed to, offering more programs to help students who need the help. Many parents at the meeting applauding this decision.
Our hope is that this superintendent is going to be here long enough to actually fully implement a plan that will be successful in remediating the students that are struggling in our classrooms.
Now, switching the calendar back to a traditional year would have saved the district $500,000.
New this morning, authorities have arrested a man they believe shot and killed a police officer in San Antonio over the weekend. The suspect briefly addressed the media as he was taken to the county jail late last night, telling reporters that he was angry about a custody battle. He took it out on the detective. Fox News' Kelly Wright has more.
Society not letting me see my son. I lashed out at somebody that didn't deserve it.
A suspect is caught after a manhunt following the shooting death of a police officer in San Antonio, Texas.
We arrested 31-year-old Otis Tyrone McCain. This is the person whose image we saw on surveillance. This is also the person we believe is responsible for the cold and calculated murder of Detective Marconi.
The 50-year-old detective was ambushed Sunday while riding a traffic ticket in his squad car. Authorities released this surveillance video of a suspect and a photo of his vehicle, asking for the public's help.
At the time of the arrest, McCain was driving a vehicle, not the black Mitsubishi, with an adult female and a 2-year-old as a passenger.
The San Antonio community is now in mourning.
It's just so blatant. It's on the news. It's happening everywhere.
This shooting is one in a string of similar attacks targeting law enforcement in multiple cities across the country, including a sergeant shot twice in his police car in St. Louis. U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch released a statement reading, quote, "The Department of Justice will continue to assist state and local law enforcement officers in any way that we can to reduce the frequency and deadliness of these tragic incidents." Police in San Antonio found the black Mitsubishi they were looking for as they tried to determine a motive for the shooting. In New York, Kelly Wright, Fox News.
New this morning, the man police say opened fire at Will Rogers Airport last week was a decorated marksman during a 4-year run in the U.S. Army. Federal records show Lloyd Buie received an expert marksmanship badge during his stint as an infantryman from 1991 to 1995 before being discharged. Police say Buie shot and killed Southwest Airlines employee Michael Winchester before turning the gun on himself. This morning, new documents reveal what officers found inside Buie's home. Documents show state police found a .22 caliber rifle, a 12-gauge shotgun, an empty rifle box, and a number of other bullets and shells when they searched the home. Right now, the investigation is still ongoing.
This morning, Oklahoma City police are still looking for the person who shot and killed 2 men over the weekend. It all happened Saturday night near Southwest 22nd and Westwood. Now, police have released the names of the 2 men that were killed. Police say 38-year-old Marcus Green and 47-year-old Michael Lenhart were found dead inside that home. Right now, it's unclear what led up to that shooting. If you have any information, call the homicide tip line, the number 297-1200.
New this morning out of Tulsa, a second person has died after a shooting at a motel. Police say 2 people were shot at a Holiday Express Friday night. The case marks the 71st homicide in Tulsa this year, tying the city's record number of homicides set back in 2009. Police say the majority of 09 slayings were gang-related, but this year's homicides don't seem to have a pattern. The suspect in Friday's shooting is still on the run this morning.
In political news, Governor Mary Fallin could leave Oklahoma for a spot in the Trump administration. She met with the president-elect Monday morning to discuss the Department of the Interior. That department oversees several agencies, including the USGS, Indian Affairs, and the Bureau of Land Management. Her office says she was not immediately offered the position. Governor Fallin campaigned for Trump and has been a strong supporter of his since day one.
One of the things that seems to be very important to Donald Trump in terms of picking, especially cabinet positions, is loyalty to Trump. And she seems to have been very loyal to Trump since the very beginning.
Governor Fallin would become the second Oklahoman to take a cabinet position and the first since 1929. If she does leave, Lieutenant Governor Todd Lamb would fill her shoes, then appoint a second in command.
Time right now is 5:10 and we're starting out with some rain for your morning commute. It's been a while since we've had some showers around as you're heading out the door. These aren't too heavy, but yeah, we will be looking at this light to moderate rain through much of your morning. Right now that rain is pushing in the east and northeast side of Oklahoma City from Edmond to Luther to Hera and near Tribbian into Shawnee. Watch for some lightning there with that shower that's moving towards Shawnee. We do have more rain scattered though off to the west and southwest, so that will be drifting into central Oklahoma throughout the morning. So we'll see a 30% chance for rain this morning. Then those rain chances will decrease by this afternoon. Part of the state, though, looking at some severe weather later today. We'll talk about where in less than 10 minutes.
Let's get a Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic update. We do have reports of an early morning accident currently working just in the past couple of minutes here on I-44 westbound right at the Lake Hefner Parkway. Usually a pretty busy intersection, but we don't have too many people out there on the roads as evidenced by all this green on the map. So far, the accident is not causing many delays. Let's take it outside to our Lucky Star Casino cam, I-40 and I-44. So this is the junction that's just south of this accident, and we have no problems there. So pretty much nowhere in the metro. Everything looks good. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
A doctor who worked for the USA gymnastic team charged with sex abuse.
Who's now coming forward, and the development expected today in this case.
And traveling for the holidays can cause some serious headaches. Why this year could be particularly bad, and what AAA says you need to know to survive Thanksgiving travel. Fox 25 News Time is 5:12.
We're getting breaking news into the live desk. Reports of a potential explosion at a home in Philadelphia. What we're being told is a 62-year-old man opened a package this morning that then exploded in his hands. He had injuries to both his hands and chest. Officials said he was bleeding. Now, they're not sure if there was any sort of device inside this package. They did say this man had inhalers often sent to his house, and those inhalers can, in very rare cases, explode. But police, the bomb squad, is on scene right now. They are investigating, as are Postal Service workers. And right now, that man was taken to the hospital. He is in stable condition, bleeding from his hands and injuries to his chest. We're going to wait for some more information. We hope to have that for you right here at the live desk.
All right, we're expected to see a high today in a warmer 72. We do call for a little bit of rain this morning. You're going to use the windshield wipers here or there. That annoyance rain is expected to pass along. 3 in 10 shot of seeing those morning showers. Currently it's 59. Marcia has a complete look at the forecast coming up in just a second. Right now, let's get your top stories. Police are investigating a shooting involving what they believe is a stepfather and stepson. It all happened just after 8 o'clock Monday night near Southeast 104th and Hiwassee. Police tell Fox 25 the victim, who's believed to be the stepson, is now in the hospital. No word on his condition. One suspect has been taken into custody. Former USA Gymnastics physician Dr. Larry Nassar has been charged with 3 counts of sex abuse, including one that allegedly involves a child. He was arrested Monday and will be arraigned in court this morning. At least 36 people have come forward to accuse Dr. Nassar of sexual abuse. He served as the USA Gymnastics team doctor during 4 Olympic Games. He left his position with the USA Gymnastics last fall. Chaos in the streets of downtown Columbus Monday at night as hundreds of anti-Trump protesters blocked traffic. At least 2 people were arrested. Columbus police threatened the crowd with pepper spray. At one point, a mob of people started running. People were knocked down, and that's when police started making those arrests.
Are you thinking about getting out of town for Turkey Day? If so, you're not alone. AAA says this week from tomorrow through Sunday will be the busiest Thanksgiving travel week in 9 years. In Consumer Watch, Mary Maloney has tips to save your sanity while you head out this Thanksgiving.
For some, nothing says Thanksgiving like honking horns or long TSA lines. This year, AAA projects more than 48 million people will travel to their Turkey Day destination. The TSA says it's prepared.
I actually think we're ready for holiday travelers this year.
But are you? If you were one of the 3 million people flying the friendly skies, arrive early. Get to the airport roughly 2 hours before your flight. And if you have to park, give yourself even more time. Keep your phone charged and make sure your airline has your number, just in case plans change. Hitting the highway, be aware of your surroundings and know that you'll probably encounter traffic. After all, AAA says 43.5 million people will go on a road trip. No matter if you use planes, trains, or automobiles, check the weather before your trip to see if Mother Nature will affect your travels. For Consumer Watch, I'm Mary Maloney.
More bad news for Samsung. New reports surfacing that other Galaxy S7 devices have burst into flames similar to the Galaxy Note 7. In October, Samsung halted production and sales of the Galaxy Note 7 phone after failing to correct a problem that caused the devices to explode. Now Samsung is trying to reassure customers that other devices in the same family are safe. In a statement, Samsung said, quote, "There have been no confirmed cases of internal battery failures with these devices among the more than 10 million devices being used by consumers in the United States." Now let's head over to meteorologist Marcy Novak for details on your weather.
Starting out with some rain across parts of the state this morning. Nothing too heavy. And of course, we're not seeing any severe weather, but this will slow you down as you're out the door. Now, right now, this rain is moving out of Oklahoma City, but we're seeing some showers from Jones to Choctaw and over near Bethel Acres. That's also producing some lightning and thunder just east or just near Shawnee and west of Seminole. That's all moving to the north and east. So we're going to dry out here in central Oklahoma, at least for the next hour or so, but more rain is on the way. From Hinton to Binger, some light showers moving quickly to the north and east. We're also seeing some spotty rain in parts of west and northwestern Oklahoma near Sealing, Cleo Springs, and the northern part of the state too, near Newkirk and Ponca City. So keep an umbrella with you throughout your morning. We'll see a 30 to 40% chance for rain across central Oklahoma. By this afternoon, though, all that rain's going to be shifting to the east. So by noon, we'll be dry in Oklahoma City, and for the remainder of the day, that rain's going to be pushing into eastern Oklahoma. We'll see a dry line moving into central Oklahoma, so it is going to get very warm and very windy until this cold front arrives later on this evening. And as it does swing into the panhandle, we may see some light showers accompany that front, but we won't see any more rain in Oklahoma City. Your severe risk for this afternoon upgraded to a slight in the southeast part of the state, a very low potential just east of Oklahoma City. So I don't think we have a severe threat in the metro, but it's possible in the eastern half of the state. By 8 o'clock this morning, your futurecast is showing most of that rain to the north, and then by 2 to 4 p.m. we'll see more showers develop east of Oklahoma City. Those will push east for the remainder of the evening as we see that cold front move in, starting out with a little cloud cover on your Wednesday, but then a lot of sunshine, and it will be cooler for tomorrow. High temperatures in the 70s. We're starting out very warm, 59 degrees, at least warm for this time of the year. 68 degrees around noon, our high 72. Winds are really going to get gusty today from the southwest up to 30 miles an hour. 71 today in Edmond, 70 in Watonga, a little cooler behind that front with highs in the 50s and 60s. And then tonight, clearing skies, cooler and breezy, a low of 44. We'll be at 61 tomorrow afternoon, so you'll notice it feels more like fall by tomorrow. Thanksgiving Day, we're warming back into the upper 60s, but no rain in the forecast. On Thanksgiving, heading into the weekend, more rain does return on Sunday.
Good morning and happy Tuesday. Let's get a Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic update. Right now, heading out the door, let's take a look at some drive times. Currently, things look good. We have no real problems here. Down the Broadway extension southbound, about 5 minutes for you there. No problems. I-35 northbound from West Indian Hills Road, 12 minutes from the Moore Norman line there. And then Yukon to OKC on 40 eastbound, 11 minutes from Garth Brooks Boulevard. Let's take it outside to our Lucky Star Casino cam, I-44 and State Highway 66. You can see some headlights out there on the road, but everything is flowing along nicely. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together. Stay informed on all things news, weather, and traffic. Have it all at your fingertips by downloading the Fox 25 Morning News app right now on your phone. You can get the built-in alarm clock, check the headlines, watch our streaming newscast live, download it all for free in your Apple or Android app store. More trouble for Chipotle this morning.
Why, there's a new lawsuit against the burrito chain over some new healthy items.
Are we going insane?
Welcome back to Fox 25 Morning News at 5:25. A live look at our Air Comfort Solutions WeatherBug camera over downtown OKC.
We love giving things away, and that's why you have a chance to win a $30 gift card from Subway.
Today and tomorrow we will be giving away those gift cards. We have 2 to give away today, and the grand prize $250 card tomorrow. All you have to do is head over to our Facebook page to enter, facebook.com/FoxOKC, then watch every morning from 5 to 9 for your chance to win. I didn't think I'd ever be saying this. More trouble for Chipotle.
Whoa.
3 people are now suing the restaurant chain, alleging they lied about their calorie count. The complaint specifically cites the chorizo burrito.
Chipotle claims that the chicken and pork wrap is about 300 calories and even pushed it as a healthy item. In fact, though, burrito may actually have at least 700 calories. The new chorizo burrito is supposed to help Chipotle recover from the 2015 E. coli crisis. Company sales are down about 22% compared to the same quarter last year. You might have seen this. A billboard in Oklahoma City is now causing quite a stir this morning.
Yeah, why the billboard is questioning the guilt of former police officer Daniel Holtzclaw, who is behind the sign, and what it's advertising.
Plus, one person shot in southeast Oklahoma City. Why police say it may have been a family argument just gone too far.
You're watching the Fox 25 Morning News.
Welcome back to the Fox 25 Morning News. It is 5:30. I'm Leslie Draffin.
All right, Mitch English here. It is 59 outside. Everything okay over there? Oh, a moth. We had another moth attack. All right. Outside is kind of pretty much cloudy. Push through. You will notice that this morning you might run into some light rain. I had a little bit coming in this morning, Draffin, but it was just like.
And you came in about 20 minutes after I did,
yeah.
And I didn't have anything. So,
very light.
Marcy, is it just sort of a scattered situation out there? What's happening today?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the way it's going to be, kind of on and off throughout your morning. You'll see now on our Doppler 1 radar where it isn't too widespread, but you will be in and out of this light rain all morning long. We saw that first band that Mitch ran into now moving off to the north and east, but another round on the way to our west, and a little bit stronger thunderstorms now east of Shawnee, north of Seminole. I say thunderstorms because there is some lightning and thunder in that band of rain. Also seeing this from Hinton to Binger to Carnegie, and this will be the next round that'll be heading into Oklahoma City. So between now and noon, 30 to 40% chance for rain. So expect to see it kind of on and off for your morning commute. Temperatures right now in the upper 50s. We'll make it to the low 70s. By this afternoon, a warm day, and things will be drying out, at least for Oklahoma City, by later today. Cold front arrives, though. I'll tell you when it gets here, and I'll look at your Thanksgiving Day and some more rain this weekend, too. That's in your 7-day forecast.
Good morning. Let's get a Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic update. We actually have 2 early morning accidents in northwest Oklahoma City currently working. One is an earlier accident on I-44 westbound at Lake Hefner Parkway is where that is. And then right next door, we have another accident reported at the 39th Expressway eastbound right at North Portland. So if you're heading out in northwest Oklahoma City, Lake Hefner Parkway, 39th Expressway area, you will run into these 2, but luckily we don't have too many cars out there. Let's take a live look outside from our Lucky Star Casino traffic cam. This is I-35 and South 29th. If you're joining us from Norman or Moore, here is what your commute currently looks like. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
A new analysis is looking at an increased risk of the Islamic State using chemical weapons in Iraq. Now, this comes from the IHS Market Development Company that says the Islamic State has used chemical weapons 71 times since 2014 in both Iraq and Syria. That puts Mosul on high alert with that offensive coming in right now. There is high anticipation of chlorine or mustard gas, both being used in the city of Mosul. Army officials also say, we've talked about how that progress has been slow getting into Mosul. Army officials are saying that's because the Islamic State is in fact using civilians as human shields at this point. So tough sledding right now for the troops in Iraq. Any updates, we'll have them for you right here at the live desk.
Let's go to some breaking news. 2 earthquakes hit Cushing this morning just before 4 a.m. The USGS reports one was a 4.0, another 3.3. We got a call from a Fox 25 viewer in Cushing who said they lost electricity, but it was restored shortly after. Now, if you have any damage from these earthquakes, send your pictures or your comments to our Facebook page.
New this morning, McAlester police need your help finding a missing woman. A silver alert has been issued for 78-year-old Nellie Wallace. She was last seen Saturday near Carl Albert Parkway in McAlester. She could be driving a silver 2008 Chevy Impala. She does have dementia, so if you see her, call police right away.
This morning, police are investigating a shooting involving what they believe is a stepfather and a stepson. It all happened just after 8 o'clock Monday night near Southeast 104th and Hiwassee. Police tell Fox 25 the victim, who's believed to be the stepson, is now in the hospital. No word on his condition. Right now, the suspect has been taken into custody.
A billboard in northeast Oklahoma City questioning convicted rapist Daniel Holtzclaw's guilt, sparking new controversy this morning. It shows a picture of convicted rapist and former Oklahoma City police officer Daniel Holtzclaw and says, what if he didn't do it? It's also just blocks away from where the attacks happened in northeast Oklahoma City on I-44 and Kelly. Holtzclaw was convicted of raping and sexually assaulting 8 women and was sentenced to 263 years in prison. The group CRTV put up the billboard, the conservative subscriber-based internet media outlet, advertising a documentary on the Holtzclaw case that looks into theories that he could be innocent. Now those on both sides of this case are weighing in.
He is a convicted rapist. He's not an accused rapist. He's a convicted serial rapist. And so I think that it will bring up a lot of emotions.
If the billboard said Daniel Holtzclaw is innocent, Daniel Holtzclaw's accusers are liars, I think people would have a right to be a little outraged.
Holtzclaw has filed his 4th and final appeal extension. He's still in the process of appealing his conviction.
This morning, a man is behind bars after police say he shot 2 men Sunday night. Officials say Jose Martinez has been arrested in connection with the crime. He's facing charges of assault and battery with a deadly weapon. Fox 25 told you police were called to a home near Southwest 35th in Virginia, and they found 2 men who'd been shot in the face. Police found Martinez walking a few blocks from the home, and he was taken into custody. Right now, no word on the condition of those victims.
Right now, the Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office warning about fraudulent calls being made in their name asking you to pay up to clear up a warrant. They say department officials will never call and ask for money. If they contact you, hang up and then call the number here on your screen.
New this morning, tax credit for companies that use wind energy could soon be, well, a thing of the past. Oklahoma lawmakers are considering cutting the credits as they look for a way to bring more money into the state. The tax credit applies to power generation facilities like wind facilities that don't generate emissions. A consulting group hired to look at the issue says the tax credit is really too generous and should be either capped or ended by 2018. The tax credit could cost the state $59 million in 2014.
Happening today, Oklahoma City Council could approve a vendor contract that would bring streetcars to Oklahoma City. The contract looks at laying the rail lines through the city. If approved, that project could begin in early 2017.
This morning, police say this man right here is responsible for an explosion in northwest Oklahoma City. His name Vincent Bishop, and he faces charges of possessing toxic substances to engage in terror and manufacture an explosive. All right, once you look at this video, it's from a scene at a gas station where a small explosion happened near Northwest 16th in Portland. Now, witnesses say they saw Bishop place a bomb inside the dumpster. Luckily, no one was hurt. This morning, tensions are pretty high in North Dakota as demonstrators continue their fight against the Dakota Access Pipeline. And now some Oklahomans are joining the cause. Katie Samples is preparing care boxes for the protesters in North Dakota. She's a former Standing Rock teacher and wants to make sure the people have all the supplies they need. Protesters have been trying to stop construction for months now, saying the pipeline may contaminate water and destroy sacred burial grounds. But Fox 25 spoke to a local expert who says it's the safest way to transport oil and natural gas in the United States.
70% of the nation's crude is transported through pipeline.
They are not respecting the treaties with the federal government.
All right, now if you want more on this story, perhaps if you want to donate supplies to Standing Rock, we have a full list of the items they need on our website, okcfox.com.
This morning, 2 claims against Joe Mixon have been dismissed. A federal judge dismissing the claims Monday in a civil lawsuit filed by a female OU student who says running back Joe Mixon punched her in the face on Campus Corner in 2014. The woman sued Mixon for negligence, willful misconduct, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. The court granted Mixon's request to dismiss the first 2 claims, but denied the motion to dismiss the emotional distress claim. The alleged victim has 14 days to file an amended complaint. This morning, the Sooners are in the running for another Big 12 title, but still have work to do.
Fox 25's Myron Patton has details in this morning's Sports Minute.
Good morning, everybody. The Oklahoma Sooners are hunting for another Big 12 title. The offense has been pretty consistent this season. Sooners have had their issues, of course, on defense. Their game at Texas Tech, a contest they actually won, was the low mark. But improvement has been shown with senior linebacker Jordan Evans playing a key role. Sam Gannon has more.
Sometimes you need a gut check, and that's what happened to senior linebacker Jordan Evans about a month ago after that Texas Tech game. Remember, that felt more like a loss for the Sooners defense than it did a win, and no one took it harder than him. Evans said that after that game, he had to take a long, hard look in the mirror and make some changes. He's done that, and he's turned it around for the better.
I don't think any of my guys was playing kind of at the level I was, and I was playing very low. I thought guys were playing good. I think just my level of plays will bring the defense down.
Jordan met with his dad, former Sooner Scott Evans, shortly after that game, where they watched about 3 hours of film. Not necessarily by his choice, though.
My mom was just like, Jordan, yeah, you better come over here. Come watch this with your dad. I was like, nah, I'm good. She was like, nah, son, you ain't got a choice. I had to watch the film, and as bad as I didn't want to because I knew it was going to be brutal, but I mean, it helped.
Besides a mentality change, there was also this.
Cut my hair. I don't know if y'all saw that. Took some earrings out.
Was it suggested to you?
Yeah.
Father?
Yeah.
Since Texas Tech, Evans has averaged about 7 total tackles per game and has had 4 interceptions, including that pick 6 last weekend against the Mountaineers.
It's very obvious in the last several weeks, you know, the standout plays and the way in his, you know, he's done a good job, great job leading at practice as well and making those kind of plays in practice too.
Now, Evans did get hurt in that West Virginia game. If you're wondering about his health, head coach Bob Stoops said today that he did suffer a strain, but that he's going to get some rest this week and that hopefully he'll be good to go by Bedlam. Reporting here from Norman, Sam Gannon, Fox 25 Sports.
Mile Invitational, Brad Underwood, his first season at Oklahoma State, going against UConn's Kevin Ollie, who played for us here for the Thunder. Cowboys came out gunning from three-point range, which means Phil Forte's number was called. His backcourt mate, Juwan Evans, was also doing damage from distance. Tavares Shine spotting up from the corner, another three-pointer. Cowboys had 14 steals the first half, along with Leighton Hammonds turning this one to an easy dunk. UConn went to a zone. Cowboys moved the ball, found Jeffrey Carroll for 3 as OSU was up by 15. Evans then showing off his quick hands with the steal on one end. He'll finish off with a tough shot on the other end, part of his 35 points. Huskies tried to make a run, but OSU got the win. 91-81. They will play in the semifinals tonight at 9:30. That's sports.
Time right now is 5:41, and we're starting out with some light rain as you're heading out the door this morning. So be prepared to use your windshield wipers, at least for the next couple of hours. Now, we saw one round of light rain move across Oklahoma City over the past hour or two. A little drier now, but here comes more rain to our south and west, and that's what's going to be moving in just in time for rush hour. So even though it's not going to be anything too heavy, it's a good idea to allow for some extra time as you're heading out, and definitely have the umbrella with the kids as they're waiting for the bus. It'll be a warm and a dry afternoon, though, with a high of 72. Coming up, we do have cooler weather on the way for Thanksgiving Day. That forecast in less than 10 minutes.
It's time for a Lucky Star Casino Steer Clear traffic update for you. Starting your Tuesday, drive times, let's run them down here. I-35 northbound from West Indian Hills Road up through Martin Luther King, 12 minutes. Garth Brooks Boulevard in Yukon on 40 eastbound through about May in OKC, 11 minutes. And then down the Broadway extension from the Kilpatrick to 63rd, 4 minutes. Let's take it outside to our Lucky Star Casino cam. Check some things out here on the Lake Hefner Parkway near Britton Road. So Lake Hefner Parkway southbound and northbound totally clear right now. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
It's a nightmare no parent ever wants to think about. It's a horrible accident. It involves Tennessee's school bus that is just filled with kids.
What happened that left several children dead, several others in critical condition, and what could happen next to the bus driver?
Kicking the habit. You know, there's lots of options, but what really works? Some proven methods to stop smoking for good. It's 18 to the hour.
Well, we've been updating you all morning on that Tennessee bus crash that killed 5 students yesterday. Let's take a live look at the scene. You can see it behind this CNN reporter there. That's where it all went down. And what we're being told by CNN is that we're expecting an update press conference between 7 and 7:30. Both police and the NTSB are expected to speak. One thing we know, investigators were looking heavily at the speed of that bus yesterday. And you saw earlier in the newscast that young child talk about how fast the bus driver was going. Again, Jonthony Walker, 24-year-old Jonthony Walker, the driver in that incident, charged with 5 counts of vehicular homicide. He's behind bars on $20,000 bail. When they do update us, we'll be sure to have it for you right here on the Fox 25 Morning Show.
All right, let's take a look at your top stories this morning. Police investigating a shooting involving what they believe is a stepfather and stepson. It happened just after 8 Monday night near Southeast 104th and Hiawassee. Police tell Fox 25 the victim, who's believed to be the stepson, is now in the hospital, but we don't have any word on his condition. A suspect has been taken into custody. Now, as Dan was just telling us, at least 6 children are now dead after a school bus crash in Tennessee. The bus flipped and crashed into a tree with 37 children on board. Wow. Yeah. We're now getting a first look at the school bus driver, 24-year-old Jonthony Walker. He's been charged with 5 counts of vehicular homicide, reckless endangerment, and reckless driving. Counselors are being brought into the school from all across the state of Tennessee. We've also heard Walker has no criminal history. A woman in custody after a female's body is discovered on the side of a highway in Washington state. Therese Wiltz faced a judge Monday in connection to the death of Sandra Harris. The 69-year-old victim reported missing after being kidnapped from her home Friday in a ransom scheme. Her body discovered by a passing driver 2 days later. Wiltz was arrested Saturday after she picked up a $250,000 ransom.
Taking a look at your health this morning. For nearly a half a century, we all have known about the deadly effects of smoking. Still, 42 million people light up daily, and it's a tough habit to quit. Fox 45's Chelsea Washington shows us the proven methods to quit the habit.
If you're looking to quit smoking, financial incentives might be your best bet. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that people who are motivated by money were able to quit successfully. The program that worked the best had people deposit $150 with a promise they'd get back the deposit plus $650 more if they stayed away from smokes. A little more than 52% of participants were able to quit. But money isn't always a guarantee. Another group got $800 if they refrained from smoking and did not have to put down a deposit. Only 17% of those participants were successful. Nicotine replacement therapy, like skin patches and gum, is another option with scientifically proven success. A scientific literature review that examined more than 150 different tests for these items showed that a person's likelihood of quitting while using them increased 50 to 70%. Other methods that had proven results: prescription drugs and quitting with a partner.
Chelsea Washington, Fox 25 Morning News.
And right now, the jury is still out on e-cigarettes. Researchers aren't sure if they actually help smokers quit or they just actually fuel a new addiction. Let's head over now to Fox 25 meteorologist Marcy Novak. We got weather and traffic together.
It's been a while since we've had rain for your morning commute, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. This rain is very scattered, and it's not too heavy. Don't expect to pick up a lot of rain with this, but it will be enough that you'll have to use your windshield wipers as you're out this morning. We're dry right now in central Oklahoma after one band moved through about an hour ago, but more showers are developing from El Reno to Union City, and that next round will be moving into Oklahoma City here within the next 1 to 2 hours. Pretty fast moving showers too. From Hinton to Binger, west of Chickasha, that's moving to the north and east, and that's what's going to move into Oklahoma City for your rush hour. Off to the east of the metro, we have from Prague over towards Holdenville, some heavier rain near Wetumpka as well, and a few showers now now in northern Oklahoma. All of this is developing ahead of a cold front that'll move in later today. 30 to 40% chance for rain for your morning. So between now and noon, that's our chances in the metro. I think we are much drier in Oklahoma City by this afternoon, with rain moving to the east as a dry line pushes in. We'll see that cold front kind of lagging behind. That front doesn't move through until this evening. As it does, we may see a few showers in the Panhandle, northwest Oklahoma, but afternoon today, I'm just not looking at a lot of rain in the metro. Most of it will be east. So walking through this in our Futurecast, even by 8 o'clock this morning, this model is showing most of the rain to the east of Oklahoma City. It will stay a little cloudy through noon. And then as that dry line moves in, we'll start to see some sunshine, and it gets really warm around here too by this afternoon. Now between 5 and 8 p.m., we'll see a line of showers and thunderstorms develop east of Oklahoma City. That moves into east and southeast Oklahoma by your evening, and then will be dry for the remainder of the day. Now, as far as severe weather goes, there is a slight risk in the southeast part of the state, but any strong thunderstorms look to develop east of Oklahoma City. Right now, our Fox 25 studios looking cloudy. It is warm already for this time of the year at 59 degrees. We'll see highs today in the low 70s, and those winds will be very gusty from the southwest up to about 30 miles an hour. Low to mid 70s all across the state today. It'll be a little cooler behind that front, with temperatures falling into the mid 60s, even 50s for the Panhandle. And then tonight we'll see overnight lows near 44, so it will be very chilly tonight through tomorrow morning. And then your Thanksgiving Day looking nice with high temperatures in the upper 60s and mostly sunny skies.
Happy Tuesday. Let's get a Lucky Star Casino steer clear traffic update. Average speeds right now. Here's what you can expect on this morning commute so far. Lake Hefner Parkway southbound 65 average there. Broadway extension 60, so both good options for us from the north. I-44 eastbound anywhere near Will Rogers Airport here about 75. I-35 northbound Norman and Moore 68 to 70 average. Let's take it outside to our Lucky Star Casino cam. I-40 and Air Depot. So if you are traveling through the Dallas Junction and heading on into the East Metro Tinker area, you are good to go. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
It's live, all the time live.
Facebook, Snapchat, broadcasting live in real time. It's the newest social media giant that's going to add its name to the big list of live. Guess what we are right now? Live at 5:52.
We're live.
They're copycatters.
Such a copycatter. Welcome back. It is 5:55. A new feature coming to Instagram.
The photo sharing app is introducing live video streaming. 500 million users will now be able to broadcast their lives in real time. So that means more Mitch English. Jeez. Instagram's parent company, Facebook, already has a similar live feature. This may be Instagram's way of keeping up with the Joneses in a way, or its case, a rival app, Snapchat. Snapchat recently released a line of smart sunglasses. They're also purportedly going public. With an estimated worth, get this, about $25 billion. You remember Facebook was going to buy them a few years back for just $3 billion.
Yep.
Now they're worth $25 billion.
Well, this is definitely an interesting story. Patagonia says it will donate 100% of its Black Friday sales to environmental groups. That means could be more than $2 million donation. The group says they came up with the idea after the election.
Patagonia's Vice President of Environmental Activism says the country is divided, but the environment is something that everyone can come on and come together. More than 800 organizations are going to benefit from this really nice, generous donation.
Wow.
Coming up, the suspect in the San Antonio police shooting speaks out.
What he says led him to kill a detective over the weekend.
And Oklahoma City school leaders vote not to change the school schedule. How much money that could have actually saved them and what they're planning to do to make classes more effective.